Hey everyone, just want to take a minute before we get into the podcast and thank our sponsors of the Forge and Brains podcast. We've got Yukon Forge, World Championship Blacksmiths, Farrier Box, and Wellshod. Without them, the podcast wouldn't be possible, and they help us to bring shows and more episodes to you guys and continue to do it. So appreciate you guys showing the support, and throughout the episode, you'll hear more about what they do and how you can help show your support. Thank you, everybody, and thank you to the sponsors of the show.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Forging Brains podcast. I always feel weird that I reintroduce myself every single time. Like, I'm sure people fucking realize at this point.
You're Riley
I'm Riley Patrick. This is my co-host, Gavin Cooper. And tonight we got Troy. We're at my house. We're in my wall tent right now. Today, Troy's doing a clinic tomorrow for
Oregon Farriers Association.
Yep. And I think it's just like their winter clinic or something that they got going on. And you guys this year are on the team together. And so
we came down because brought you a ton of Coke.
Yep.
And then that just kind of like just do a day of practice before.
Yeah, and Troy is such a nice person that I forgot that Troy doesn't drive a 3/4 ton pickup anymore that's empty.
Yeah.
And I asked him, hey, can you bring me my Coke since you're coming to Oregon? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And he's driving a fucking half-ton truck with a canopy on it. Like, I had no idea.
I rented a U-Haul trailer. I had it all set up.
Dude, that's even crazier that you rented something to take it. Instead of just telling me, you're going to have to come get it from my house. You're so Gavin stepped in. Gavin got into a pickup for me, brought it down here. It worked out good. So I got a horse to come out for him, and you guys got to do a tool and forward go on the horse. But I think we should first kind of like, this is the first episode we've done. I think we've talked about you making the team.
Well, this is the first episode of 2026.
Yeah.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
25 is good, dude.
Busy
for you. So can you give us like a recap of your year then?
Oh, started out actually a year ago. Troy and I, we went and did a clinic in Wyoming in January. And then from there it was Winter Clinic. Went there. And then it was the Amarillo WCB. That was the first.
The ranch rodeo.
We went to the Foz contest deal too with Chris Madrid.
Chris Madrid judged that. Oh yeah, because I did a tong video there of him making tongs.
Yep.
And then we had the Amarillo WCB, and then you went to the
Spring Games
in Netherlands.
Yep.
How often were you guys getting together and practicing throughout this?
At least once a month. Before Spruce, I felt like I saw Gavin more than I saw my girlfriend.
That's what Ashley says too. She's like, you see Troy more than you see me.
And you guys are like sleeping in the same room?
Bunk bed. It's like the Step Brothers movie.
Yeah. All sorts of room for activities.
Not that type, but.
How did you start out the year doing good at WCB? Like, how'd you do at Amarillo?
Got my first class win.
Amarillo.
So that was kind of cool, yeah.
Started out the year pretty strong then.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good start to the year. Gained some confidence from the deal.
Yeah.
And then from there, then you went up to the thing up at Ian Ritchie's, right?
Yeah, Spruce warm-up contest.
Spruce warm-up.
Yep.
And what did you learn from going to that?
Going to that, it was pretty tough, honestly. I knew Spruce was going to be tough, but seeing the competition of just how dominant Stan was, and then Beanie, just like a machine. He's super fast.
Yeah.
So I think I got fourth at that contest. Matt Findler was third, then Beanie was second, and then Stan won that contest. I got best shod, so that was cool.
We've also got the great sponsor and partner of Forge and Brain Podcast, World Championship Blacksmiths. Without the World Championship Blacksmiths, we wouldn't necessarily have the community that we have already as farriers amongst us. The WCB is not about shunning the folks that don't compete. We are about getting together the people who do. Go ahead and be yourself because you think it is a private club. The fact that there are so many hardworking men and women that don't interact is a shame. When several farriers get together for a hammer-in or going to talk about shoeing this one gelding, ideas skyrocket and the mind goes wild with possibilities. So if you're looking for a place to test your abilities and grow your skill set, the World Championship Blacksmiths is the place to do that. Upcoming next is the National Finals in Fort Worth, Texas. That is December 3rd, and the registration deadline is November 22nd. And then after that, they have the Winter Clinic that we'll talk about here in a little bit. That is January 15th to the 17th, and the deadline is January 8th. And after that, it's the West Texas Ranch Rodeo, March 22nd. Contests on their website, they have swag and tools that you can get. They have the new Seahorse toolboxes and tool cases in stock again, so you can find those on their website, and they have the catatonic hammers in stock as well. So you can go to their website and use code BRAINS, and that'll save you 10% off on their website for orders. It's not including contest fees and net membership, but support those who support you, and go online and find the World Championship Blacksmiths as a place where you can invest in yourself by investing in your skill set and grow as a person, becoming friends with those that are around the world and in the United States. And you probably find somebody that lives close to you and reach out in a community just like that.
But it was eye-opening for sure. So
there was kind of like a short run-up time of practice at that point too.
Yeah, we had only been prepping for a few weeks at that point.
And at that point too, you were planning on going to that.
And then I didn't make the cut for
You didn't make the first cut.
So I was like, oh, I'm not going to go up.
Yep.
So then I didn't go up. And then just started working on Edgewood shoes from there.
Did you, so like, Troy, you said you're like, it was an eye-opening. Did it change your practice at all when you went home?
I did a lot more of it.
Just
but
poured it on.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, did you already think you were practicing? I'm trying to like put this in a. Did it change what you were seeing? Like, did you like beforehand? You know what I mean? Like, did it open your eyes and like, okay, there are some holes that I wasn't aware of before?
In a way, I think there's different judges look for different things. So it opened my eyes of what Ian and Hans were looking for. So then I was like, I practiced more. I was already practicing a lot, but then I just changed my perspective of like the things I was trying to achieve in the practice.
Yep.
And then probably halfway through the summer, I had this big stack of shoes, and I was talking with Stan on the phone one time, and he was like, well, make sure that your last shoe on top is better than the one before it. And I looked through my pile, and I had like 10 shoes thick that like looked the same, and it was like, man, I better start practicing smarter instead of just harder, like just wearing out my elbow. So.
Yeah, making the same shoe over and over.
Right.
So how did you change your practice?
I just looked through my whole shoe pile and kind of judged them. It was like, which one is my best, which one is my worst.
And did you just have to break it down each shoe into goals of like, you know, you got like step one. You can't just be like, well, I mean, obviously everybody next time they make a shoe, like I'm gonna make one better than like the last one. I
think for me, it was more just being conscious of like, make this one better than the last one.
Not just going through the paces.
Instead of like, okay, it's another day. I'm back in the shop. Let's make another shoe. It's like a conscientious of like trying to be better than yesterday.
And were you staying on the clock?
At that point, yeah, because I had all the spruce shoes figured out.
Okay. So you're still trying to stay on the clock, just trying to gain consciousness through the go. And not just do the go.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you always want to stay conscious and cognitive on the clock.
Yep.
That was one thing I used to really struggle with. Like when I did the PNW team with you guys, of like
a lot of people do. It's just like, well, it's just like it's even got. I mean, not even other things like team roping. You know, it's like the first of time, like probably the first 2 years of roping for me. I was like, I don't even know what fucking happened.
Yeah. You black out.
Yeah, like you're not even black out, but you're like, I was there.
Yeah.
But I wasn't aware of like, that's where like the cognitive parts, instead of like being super aware of like when things go wrong, not just being able to look at the end and be like, well, that went horrible.
Right.
I don't know what to do next time, but it didn't go good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, I kind of had the breakthrough as soon as I was able to like be calm on the clock instead of just like get all worked up. And I used to think it was like a good idea to take pre-workout before I go.
Yeah, you'd be jacked.
Yeah, which is retarded. So
jacked up a Mountain Dew.
Like if anything, you want to be like calm, cognitive, and like be able to think.
Yeah.
So
people see us all stripping in here.
Yeah, I need to take my sweatshirt off too.
There's a wood stove going in this like.
And this thing wasn't even lit very long.
No, it rager in there, so it's kind of a little bit warm. So you went to the spruce warm up, got home, started. So like, was it before Edgewood or after Edgewood you found out you were going to spruce?
I think it was just before, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was like a week before Edgewood. So the warm up contest happened, and then I found out I got in. Or actually, no, I found out like 3 days before the warm up.
That is.
So I was like, I hadn't made any of the shoes or anything like that. So I was like, I'm not gonna go up there and try to freaking do these when I haven't made a single one of them. I'm like, it's not a good idea.
Because it wasn't even right away that you were gonna do spruce. Even after they shot the option to you.
Well, I remember when we were at Troy's shop and we all did the podcast and Ed Beeson was there. And I was like, yeah, if I make the cut. And you guys were like, oh, you'll make the cut. You'll make the cut. I don't know, because they're only taking 50.
Yep.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I was 10th on the wait list.
And it's one of those things where, like, when you look at it, because I broke that down for you too. I was like, well, man, look at the list. Everybody on the list has been on their country's team.
Yeah, it's a resume.
And you just haven't been on the country. And it's like, they're looking at it from like almost a corporation overview.
I totally understand why I didn't make it. Like, no hard feelings or anything, you know.
No. But it was like, then they let you know. And I remember you were like, I don't know if I have enough time
to get ready.
Did you feel behind? Because people had already been practicing? Or what was your thought process?
That was what I was thinking. I was like, well, frick, these guys are all up there at the warm-up, and they're already going to all have goes, and I haven't made a single shoe yet, where these guys have been practicing for a month almost, maybe, a couple weeks.
Yeah, I remember you weren't even fully worried about the shoes completely. You were like, I don't know if I can get my fitness
up to snuff.
Because spruce, I've never completed spruce, but it's like, not the WCB goes are easy, but they're an hour go where it's like, it seems like this spruce, the time's cut down. Like it's tighter.
They're still hour classes. They have the speed forging class at spruce, but what you have to do in that hour is so much more labor intensive than at a WCB.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. The shoeing classes are only an hour. So like we got done with spruce, and then Virginia was like a week or two after, and we had to basically put a plane stamp on and
70 minutes.
In 70 minutes.
Make a roadster. It was.
And we were nailed up, clinched, and I had 10 minutes left. On that go, I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
It's so crazy how that'll work. You know, it's like match play of like, once you're made to do something on a tighter clock, like if you were ever made to do that, then you would always just say like,
revert to.
Yep.
Right.
This is hard.
Going at regular pace.
Yeah, exactly. How did Edgewood go for you guys then?
You won it, right?
Surprisingly and thankfully, yeah, I did.
It was like, yeah, I guess I found this penny on the ground.
Well, I don't know.
I think because you were just making spruce shoes at the time, you barely made any of the.
It was funny because the year before, I guess 2024, I hadn't even started practicing for spruce before Edgewood because it was like my plan. I was like, I want to beat Stan at Edgewood. And I made a whole pile of, it was that year that they made the, Travis Buck judged, and they had the aluminum lateral extension, and I remember I made 65 of those aluminum shoes. No way. Yeah, and Stan made like 4 or 5, and he beat me in like every single shoe. I was like, what the heck? Like, how am I going to beat this guy? But this year, I just made spruce shoes, and that was it, and then went to Edgewood, and thankfully half the list was TBA. So
that's right, yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that's like perfect for that setup.
It was perfect.
And the draft
you were like, I'm already Fullering, I'm good. TBA is a perfect list. Who was the judge at Edgewood this year?
Sawyer Spradling.
Yeah. What were all the shoes?
It was a pair of
draft toe bars.
Yeah, draft toe bars. Heinz, and then the individual class was a lateral extension front out of 3/8 and then
straight bar.
Yeah, straight bar. It was, I guess, a pair of feet on our crooked-legged horse city shoes.
Oh, that's right.
Feel bad. I'm like, getting a big podcast.
I was hoping you were gonna do that.
Yeah, it's like a sauna in here.
so
we gotta
hot.
do some freaking heat management here.
I was starting to worry, like maybe my camera's gonna overheat being that close to the fire.
We'll open the door.
Can only take so many layers off.
Pretty soon we're gonna be in here
I was like,
shirtless.
Troy's got his hat off. I'm about to pull off mine. I was like, man, we gotta do something here. This is too much. It's a hot fire, dude. It's
Yeah, and then
very real life. How did Edward go for you, Gav?
it was all right. I think I was 4th or 5th or something like that, so wasn't too upset
I
about
think you were
that.
third.
Third?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked out all right.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, from there, then it was hard on for
Spruce.
practice.
Yep.
Thankfully, at that point, I had already practiced a lot for Edgewood, so I made Edgewood shoes.
Yep.
But there was only 2 shoes that we could practice, so I made a bunch of the lateral extension shoes, and then just kind of made some random. So for like running the go in time, I picked a spruce shoe, and I would just throw in like the deep seated bar.
I remember you telling me that because like the Amarillo you did really good, and you thought you're like, well, that class I did good in Amarillo. I felt like I did because I was able to practice it. Yeah, and so it was like kind of a worry.
Well, that was
going
the thing
into
I learned from the Foz contest was we had to do the pair of the navicular shoes, and I'd always just made one shoe. Well, Troy had said he'd ran the go, and I was like, oh, it's a pair of shoes. I was like, how hard could it be? But it doesn't translate. Like you have to practice the go in time, and then I got whooped by him in every class because he practiced the goes, and then I was like, I gotta do the goes.
Yeah.
So then.
it's like a dance.
Yeah, there's definitely choreography in it, and you need to know what you're going to do the next heat before you even start it. And instead of just making the one shoe, and it's a total different ball game than making 2 shoes together and making it flow nicely.
Yeah, and knowing where you have to be at some point, like
Where you have to be, or like where there might be a hole for more time to be spent somewhere else. Yeah,
right.
Like oh well, I'm kind of.
Another great sponsor of the Forge and Brains podcast is America's Farrier Supply, Well Shod. They are always known for the $10 flat rate shipping, and you can't get much better deal than that, hands down, because everything that we use and pretty much is pretty heavy, and a lot of times when you place an order from somewhere else, shipping is going to be very expensive. Well Shod outdoes everybody else in the market because of that $10 flat rate shipping. They are the biggest farrier supply that we know and have in the U.S. They make their own anvils in-house. They have the Cliff Carroll anvils. They have the Scott anvils, and then they also have the Austin Eden Scott anvils for the 200-pounder, and then down to like 70-pound anvils as well. They also have every other tool that you could possibly ever dream of on their website or in stock, always at a fingertip away to order and buy. Every single horseshoe that you could ever possibly need is on their website as well. So you can go to their website, wellshod.com, use code BRAINS, and show your support Forge and Brains podcast and Wellshod. So go check them out. We thank Wellshod for supporting the show and helping us provide content to all you guys and sharing the insight that everybody has to offer, throughout the years of trials and tribulations of being a farrier. Hopefully that it can pass on information to new people or people that have been in this their whole life and just share those details with everybody. So thank you, Wellshod. Go show your support. Shop on their website and use that code BRAINS. Help show your support. Thank you.
Dicking off here, or like the way that I have the dance set up right now. So you guys were at the Foz contest.
Yeah, I was at the Foz contest, and I got whooped by him in every class because he had practiced the goes in time, and then so I practiced that going forward just to know, like, that was a lesson, just getting by beat. You know, there's things to learn by your failures,
Oh yeah.
in a way, and to me that was a failure, like getting stomped.
That's what's hard about contests too, is like that anybody can just practice them at home, right? And you're like, well, I did good. It's like, yeah, because you don't know if someone else would have done better than you. You know, like you go to a contest and you realize, like, okay, there's a better way. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess you could be hard-headed and be like, I'm not going to accept, and I'm not going to start doing it that way. But it's like, obviously, it was a pretty quick time for you to be like, yeah, I'm going to jump ship on my plan.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, like, we're friends, and he told me, like, yeah, practice the goes versus, like, being super serious, like, competitiveness where somebody probably would be like, hey, you just got to try harder.
Yep.
You know, that kind of thing.
That'd
like,
be a dick thing to say.
yeah. You know?
So then, like, but then you go into that contest with Sawyer or Edgewood where, like, you can't practice the goes fully.
Yeah, that was a doozy, you know, and then...
Was it in your head when you went there? Of, like...
No, because I'd just thrown in random shoes. So, like, I knew there was time... I knew how quick I could get the lateral extension shoe done.
Yep.
So, it was just like, the other shoe probably is not going to be something crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think the hardest part about Edgewood is the elevation, and it's hot. And then...
And hard-footed horses.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there's not much to trim because Craig keeps those feet pretty tidy.
Nice.
So
And mine was busted up, lost shoe. So I didn't have diddly to trim on mine.
Yeah.
tidy.
It's tidy.
Tight.
Yeah,
Man.
Craig, he posted that picture. He's like, thanks for the reset, Gavin, because I only put the 2 nails in it on the inside. Like, one was up here and one was way down here. And, like,
Yep.
he put it on cold, so he must have punched that nail cold. Because he had 6 nails in it,
Dude.
and the shoe wasn't heated up.
Whose poor 4-punch did he use?
I bet it was somebody that they left it in the lost and found.
Yeah. He's like, this
Probably.
will do. This will
Yeah.
do.
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
When he was done with it, he just put it right back.
So I punched nail holes cold in the full ring. And it sucks.
Yeah, it was a fuller.
Okay.
Yeah, not plain sand.
Okay, I was
yeah.
like, dude, if he
Yeah.
punched it through like full 3/4,
No,
3/8,
because
like,
it was
dude,
3/4 fullard
Yeah.
on the foot there.
God help
Yeah.
him.
Even-
That is a brew.
Even trying to pritchel a tool and forward shoe like a little too cold is no fun.
Dude, no fun at all.
Yeah.
No fun. So you did good, Edgewood. Both of you guys did good there.
Yeah, Troy won it, and then how many classes did you win there?
I won the forging classes, and then I think I got second in the shoeing.
Second in the
So,
shoeing.
Yep. Stan beat me.
And Stan won the match play there as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We had to make a mule shoe. I think a mule shoe with a jump welded toe bar in 12 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because you guys had already practiced that for the spruce warm-up.
Yep.
Because that was one of the pool shoes that they picked for up there.
Right. Yeah. Just in the match play, it was plain stamp, and the pool shoes was fullard, but that's
Yeah.
quick and easy change.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. From there, then it was jumped into
spruce practice.
Spruce practice. Yeah, I think I was coming up to your place twice a month.
How big of a
sometimes.
gap, time-wise, was there between Edgewood and Spruce?
June to September. It was like, when was Edgewood? In June?
Middle of June.
Yeah. So like
So
2.5
most of
months.
summer
Yeah.
to be able
Yeah.
to practice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I was over at your place a week after, or a week and a half after, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, and then, yeah, just hard at it in the desert. How about his place?
I had
At least,
there was so many practice horses that I had to like schedule with clients that were hauling into the shop because Stan would fly out a few times, and then Gavin was coming out all the time.
Yep.
Then I had my personal horses that I was doing top 10 runs on.
Yeah.
So I've got my good buddy Clay, and he has like 6 head normally in the summertime, and that was not enough. So I
Oh, yeah.
was having other clients hauled at the shop, and it was
that's
good.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like 6 horses were not enough to do goes at your disposal.
Right. Right.
It is a thing though where like people wonder how guys get good. It's like
Reps.
reps, and it's like it's a lot of scheduling.
Yeah.
Like not even just like, oh, walk out and go by yourself and just practice.
It's
Like,
not
no,
like,
you need to schedule someone to bring you a horse.
yeah, we can't do a go on a horse today and be like, oh, I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Like, you got to wait 5-6 weeks
Yep.
before you
Yeah.
can do that one again.
No, and it is and every time you think it's like, well, it costs money to go compete. And generally, like we were talking about today, when horses come to your shops, like if the client's going to take time out of their Saturday or Friday to haul a horse to your shops, sometimes wait for you to get done shoeing, like they just hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't really expect to charge them full price for the shoe job
Right. When it takes 3 times as long as it normally would.
Takes a long time. They're hanging around. They wasted it. It's like, I ain't driving to their place for free. Yeah. So I'm not fully expecting them to drive to my place for free. And so it's like, either like, you're lucky you get to go grab some of the horses.
For sure. Yeah.
That's a great deal.
Yep.
But it's like, it's a big scheduling feat and a little bit of a money hit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I value the practice more than I do money, so it's like, it's a trade I'm willing to make.
No, but it is a thing of like, that I don't think everyone thinks about sometimes, like how much it costs to practice.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. I don't want to do the math.
If you did the math, it would be pretty scary. Like, it wouldn't pan out, right? Like, you can't do this because you're thinking you're going to get rich. I think that sometimes people look at that spruce price tag and they're like,
75
you
grand
telling
to
me
win
I could be rich? And it's like, I'm telling you could possibly get some of your money back.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you could possibly do.
Yeah.
But it is one of those things like, you can't put a price on it.
No,
People pay to go to college.
Yeah, it has to be your passion. Like, if you're going to be doing it in your spare time, you're wasting
dude.
your money and time if you're just doing it if you're trying to make money.
Yep.
Like, got to enjoy it.
Practice is super big deal. That's like, I'll get people every once in a while ask me, they're like, why don't you compete right now? I'm like, it's not going to the competition. If every competition was TBA and not that serious, yeah, I could go to a few more of them. But it's like, hey, if you don't like losing that much, it's like, well, I just don't have time to practice. Mm-hmm. Practice enough. It's like, so I told Chelsea, like, yeah, it'd be like right now, 2 of my good friends are on the team, and it's like, and I'm not even competing, but it's like, I would have to give up so much. I'd have to go to your house.
Yeah.
Twice a month. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you have to do. It's like, if you're going to be serious about it.
Yeah, then Chelsea be saying, you see Troy more than you see me.
It's like that meme, dude. That fat guy sitting there, the fat dude sitting there. She's like, you spent $15,000 on video games? Everybody's like, I don't know if everybody does. If they're serious, they do. If they're serious, they do. I don't know if they're serious about it. I'm serious about it.
Because did you say you burned through 3 ton of Coke this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a lot of
That's so wild. I burnt through 2.
Yeah.
Running a business. And I would maybe argue it would be interesting to see our hourly time. Because there's days I'll start that fire like 4 to 5 days a week. That fire is running 8 hours a day.
Yeah, your side blast is much more efficient. I would bet that you probably spend more time with fire lit, but I bet I probably spend more time with the fire wide open.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about that today too. It's like my fire is pretty small. You run a bottom blast too, which if you're gonna be competing, I don't think if I was trying to be good, you'd have to be running a side blast or bottom blast.
Practice what because that's what we use.
It's
there
so
at the contest
different
as well.
where the radiant heat is in the fire. It's so different. They do burn more Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, like coming here today, like took me a little bit to figure out. Okay, that's where the hot spot is.
Yep.
And like just a little.
But you guys ran
comfortable with it again.
You made 2 shoes before the horse got here. So like
3 shoes.
Each made 3 shoes. So 4 shoes with the horse. And they made 3 fullers.
Yep. Gavin made 3 fullers.
3 fullers.
You and I struck.
And I drew out that stock to make the fullers.
Yep.
In the Coke. And we did about 4 snow shovels of Coke today.
Not too bad.
And cleaned the fire once.
This is also like we're making 2 and fuller, not draft shoes either.
Yep, not a huge fire. Not just a rager going the whole entire time. But still, 3 tons of Coke for you to practice throughout the year is... Dude, that's a
good bit.
That is a lot, man.
Having buddies fly in all the time, and then like I think match play goes too, is like you go through a lot doing that.
Yeah.
Because you do like forging goes, and then after we're all good and tired, then it's like, all right, let's do some match play.
How much steel do you think you went through?
A lot. I don't know the number, but a lot.
It was.
Yeah, I've got a big pile of shoes.
You know the guy. You know the guys at the steel yard well right now.
Yeah.
All right, so all the practice leading up. You go to Spruce. How does Spruce go? 'Cause this is the first time you even talked to you about Spruce.
No, we did a recap.
We did a recap after Spruce.
Yeah, we did a recap.
So we don't want to hear from Gavin right now. Heard his bullshit.
Yeah, we already heard my
Song and dance. How day one for Spruce go for you?
Man, it's been so long now. I think I was like third or fourth on the foot in the hunter class, and then I think my bar shoe was fifth or sixth, something like that.
Knowing how hard you are on yourself, where were you like mentally on end of day one?
I knew it was a marathon, so I was like, well, even if I do good, like if I won today, contest isn't over.
Yep.
So just like roll on, go to the next day, and try your best again.
Did you, even like day one, day one of a contest seems like that's like the first like punch in the face, in a fight. It's like,
it's a reality check for sure. You see where everybody's at.
did you feel prepared?
I think I did. I would have liked to have been a little bit better on the foot this year, because it always comes down to the foot. So you could be the best shoemaker in the world, and then you get to the
came
finals.
down that way, in the finals.
Yep.
Is that so? Like, you're so humble and so funny, but it's like, newsflash: Troy's reserve world champion. I'm like, Spruce. Ended up, you did pretty good throughout the week.
An improvement from last year.
Yeah.
Previous year, so.
Yep. Got 8th last year and 2nd this year.
I mean,
so
hard to do much better besides winning it.
Yeah. I remember last year you were up at Spruce, and I told you, I was like, I want to win next year. But all year this year, I was telling myself in my head, top 5 was my goal. So it was funny. As soon as I got to top 5, I was like, I'm here. And and that was not a good mental shift. Like, I think we need to stay, for me, I need to stay hungry.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it was like that little check. It's like, checklist. Yep. So.
And did you feel that going into the top 5 round, where you're like, I'm just going to shoot a horse and have fun?
No, because I knew that, like, I knew I had a shot to win it. I just was, like, surprised. I was like, man, I could win this thing. It's crazy. So I was like, of course, try my best. But, like, it was just subconsciously, I was like, man, I reached my goal this year.
And do you think that really might have been, like, oh, well, if I wouldn't have thought that, I would have won it?
No, I don't think it was my year to win. It was Beanie's year.
And that's, when we were talking to Steven's like said that. He's like, everything's got to line up for you. It needs to be the right judge, the right horse straws, the right shoe list. Like, he's like, and this was kind of this year lined up for me. And it's like, I'd wonder to your thoughts on that too. If like,
I mean, it's all about
like
the
top 5 is some bad motherfuckers no matter what.
It always comes back down to basics, though. And Beanie does numbers, and he's got the basics down about as good as anybody can. So.
Dude can chew a horse.
Yeah. Quick.
That is where it's like.
Yep. I mean, we just heard the numbers that he does on his, like, 800 horses in his freaking cycle. Like, that's crazy.
I judged him in Canada, and it was like, he's the first person that I was like, talking about someone to shoot, and they're like, well, this is what I'm going to do. And you came back and you're like, dude, that's what he did. Like, he actually called every shot throughout that. We're like, all of us are like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And you're kind of like, so
you almost
this is what I settled for. Like, this is where I ended up.
I tried.
Like, he was completely just like, yeah, this is what I was going to do. And this is what it looked like. It's like, that is humble for you to know of, like, he got you on the foot. And that's, man, it's hard to beat somebody on the foot where he has done so many horses in his life.
Yeah, I think every man has his day, and it's funny. Like, after Spruce, I find myself trying to shoe more like Beanie. Like, it's just a good style.
Yep.
So
it's just but like you said, it's bare bone basics.
Yep.
It's hard to argue. Like, it's just good shoeing.
Yep.
And it's also fun. It's like, I'm sure some people might hear this, be like, oh, well, you shouldn't put your style on horseshoeing and everything. It's like, man, that little bits that you're noticing compared to the average person.
Right.
I hate, like, they're not noticing. The average person is not noticing the style differences.
Well, the style is just like 3 points of transition in a foot. Be nice to it.
Yep.
Like, don't over trim it.
Yep.
And then, like, have a good nail line, all in a line. Don't make it look like connect the dot. Cover origin or growth with your shoe.
That's
like,
kind of what
basic
most
box.
of, like, good competition shoeing generally comes around, it seems like.
Yeah.
Just nice, flowy shoeing.
Yeah.
Nice trims that aren't harsh to the horse. Like, no, I think that's what it comes down for most of the part. Like, I do think a lot of, like, people early on in their competition, like journey, they try aiming for, like, a style.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, the style's just basic. That's the style, bro. Like, that's
Right.
like, just focus on that. So I think aiming for that and being this type of shoeing is a great idea.
It's funny though, because like you and I talked about it today with like tool making of like I personally have to find one extreme to then go back to the sweet spot.
Dude.
And like I think it was 4 years ago now, the first year on the team, I went up to the World Clydesdale show and Mark Milster judged, and I still thought it was cool to like put a big old forged toe on. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah. It's like, no, make the shoe twice the thickness of the wall and punch it down the middle and basics. Like
I went through that one just in my own, not even competition, like competition too. Like I was putting too big of toes.
Yeah.
Everything for a while because it is hard to forge a sweet toe, like especially in a hind, on the horn. It shows horn skill.
Yeah.
It shows skill on the horn if you can have a nice sweet forged toe into a shoe, but it doesn't fit every horse.
Right.
And so like I've noticed my own style of shoeing. Like I do so many not bump toes now, like where my section is just the same.
Yeah.
All like you guys saw that horse today of my own. Like that's just like my everyday. It's like fully forward, all the same, all the way around. Almost looks like a cake shoe. It's like, but it's like that's just where it's like. Well, it's just basic.
Yeah.
Shoeing.
It's funny though.
Fits in the box.
Some of the biggest complaints about keg shoes is no pitch, and that's also one of the biggest advantages of like a handmade pitch.
Yeah.
Completely.
It's
dude.
It's not a big old like massive toe, like
Pitch, offset. Having a like keg shoes still don't have much of a section.
they're getting better for sure, but not like personalized like a handmade.
Where it's like
So.
Left and rights.
Right.
We're like a nice medial branch, a medial heel, a lateral branch, a lateral heel, where it's like they just go on real sweet, you know, where like that kind of looks really appropriate.
Yeah, probably the only one that I know of is probably like the Mustad Syncro Easy Inventor Plus.
It's a left and right.
Yeah, on the hinds. The fronts are unisex or whatever, but that's about it.
The hinds are a little more like.
Yeah, they got a left and a right.
Yeah, trying to get around a freaking lateral. But it's. So spruce went pretty good for you guys. You weren't that happy with your spruce
I mean,
come out, but
I met my goal, which was all right, but the process of getting there, like there were some highs and lows, you know.
yeah.
So I ended on a high note with like a 3rd and a 6th in a class on the pool of shoes. So that was a good place to end it for me. You know, kind of just gives you some confidence. Like, okay, I can do this. Go into next year, just try to work harder, do better. You know, learn from the things that happened this year.
Then not much longer after that is Fort Worth, right?
No, we did Virginia.
Yeah, with
Virginia
Tyson.
this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot about that. How did Virginia go?
We got 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Boy won it, and then I was 2nd.
Yeah. I had
we were
the
in
flu, so that was not great.
Yeah.
We went to CVS and I got like all the cold and flu medicine that you could possibly take. And,
Really?
yeah.
Which day did you get real sick? The whole time?
I think
Started like when-
2-man day is when it got bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First day you started like, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
Like throwing up?
No, just like
Cold.
cold. I'd like get dizzy and like be super
man.
like plugged up.
All night he was like, caught like hacking.
Yeah.
Or like,
You guys are sharing a room.
And then Gavin got it when he got home.
yeah, I got home
Yeah.
and got sick, of
Yeah.
course. You know, and then,
But you won it with the flu.
yeah.
That is so
Yeah.
funny, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he about passed out after the individual go. Oh yeah, your individual goes, you had to do the freaking bar shoe.
I was in the sun, yeah, and I took like
Oh
I think
yeah,
it was like
and the anvil.
it was either 8 or 11 weld heats. I remember I had that shoe blanked out.
Wouldn't weld.
I had the sport horse bar shoe blanked out, and I was welding with 47 minutes left. It was welding on my 4th heat, and I was done welding with 23 minutes left.
Oh my god. Were you just not paying attention?
No, I was paying attention. Like the Coke was dirty, but then I think I got in a rush and I like tried to push it down in the fire pot a little bit, just getting like impatient. And I like Craig walked by and I was like, Craig, what do I do? And he was like, jump weld the nail. So then I like rasped the nail head off, jump welded the nail in there, and then it like looked like it was welded, but you like look on the side of the shoe and there's like you could see the seam on both of them, and you like hit it and it like very dull ring, and it's like you could say it's welded or you could say it's not, but it was just enough that like the judge thought it was welded, so that was good. But
that is so crazy. But all the rest of the shoe was obviously so there.
Thankfully.
How did that shoe place?
I think it was second or third or something.
Nice.
Well, you won.
Dude, that is so
You
good.
won every class for the weekend, though.
Yeah, and the match play, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Never thought I would, but
Yeah, we had to do a heart bar in 8 minutes in the finals.
And that was the match.
yeah,
that
and
you
go
guys
against
went
you.
against
I
each other.
forgot.
We were in the finals together.
That was a moment where I saw you, because I'm at home, watching. I bother you guys probably through each contest. You know what I mean? Where I'm just like texting you guys like, what happened today?
Yeah.
How are your guys going? Spruce, I try to not get into your head on this mess. I'm like, how'd it go? You're doing great, dude. I'm like, he's hard enough on himself. I'm just here for a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Like, you're the man, bro.
Not add some stress.
Go kill it. But it's like, I saw you guys doing the match play go against each other. I'm like, that is a testament of your guys' practice together.
It was pretty cool. I remember like fist bumping Gavin, and I was like, just like the shop. It's like,
Exactly. It's like,
yeah.
dude, you guys had practiced so much together in the shop, doing horses, doing goes, that like, and it overcame everybody else to you two being in the match play finals there. That was so cool to see. That was like, wow, that worked really well, obviously. Like, that practice of pushing on each other.
Hard work always pays off, sooner or later.
Dude, there's some dudes out there working harder than a one-arm paperclip, dude, and they aren't going anywhere. they are not. They are just struggle busting. Like, that's like where people are like, well, I critique myself. And it's like, well, you're probably too nice to yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, you need to have a buddy look at your work.
It's so valuable. Like every time like trimming feet with Gavin, he sees something and I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't know if he's right. Then I go and look at the foot and it's exactly what he said. And I'm like, gosh.
Dude, it's
so
huge.
it's perfect though, because you keep each other in check, and that's what being a team is about. So.
Being a team, and just, dude, it's like, if you're a competitive guy going to competitions, like, that doesn't end just the competition. Even if you're just in your buddy and your guys' in the shop and you're hanging out, and you guys are still trying to beat each other. Everybody's still trying to do, like, one up the next person a little bit. You're not you're not being harsh to each other or anything, but it's like, that's what makes it so when you go somewhere, you up the level.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to beat each other a little bit. Like, it's like, you pushed your levels up together, stair-stepping the whole entire way. It was super cool to see you guys being there, each doing the match play. Like, that was awesome, I thought. And that you guys got first and second for the whole competition that weekend.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Yeah, turned out to be all right, especially with the short turnaround from Spruce, because I think it was 2-3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, it was
with
quick.
How WCB does their scoring, they always drop your lowest score of the year.
Since day one of Forge and Brains podcast, Farrier Box has wanted to work with us, and we love the fact that Farrier Box works with Forge and Brains podcast. Every other month, they're sending you a box of tools that you can put straight to work in your everyday practice. They're not tools that have just sprung on the market. They're actually tools that have been tested and used to figure out if these are actually worthy products that you can actually put to work. I personally know that Bodie Turnka, he's the one that tests these products and makes sure that they are worthy enough to be sent out in the Farrier Box. So go to their website, farrierbox.com. You can use the code BRAINS, and that'll get you 25% off your first month's box. That's a pretty damn good deal. Pretty much in every box that has come, I have implemented them in my day-to-day practice. So this last month, with the Virginia WCB on the next list for an individual contest, it came with a set of tongs and 2 pieces of steel just to get you started on your practice, so you can have a jump start on figuring out how to make them shoes. There's also another product in there that was recommended by a previous guest on Forge and Brains, Tyson Clark, because he is actually the judge for the upcoming Virginia contest. So if you're looking for something to spicing up your everyday shoeing practice, look at Farrier Box as a way to innovate your shoeing practice and just kind of introduce you to different tools that you may not necessarily try and get by just searching online and get them. They're going to send them to you without the hesitation that you may or may not want it. And then you get to try them and test them out whether you like them or not. 9 times out of 10, I'm using every product that gets sent to me in the Farrier Box, so you won't be disappointed with anything that gets sent to you. So check it out, farrierbox.com. Use code BRAINS. Save yourself 25% off your first month's box. And then every other month after that, you'll be receiving the great old Farrier Box in the mail.
Yeah. So even at that point, you kind of knew that you were going to make the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Fort Worth was my drop score. Yep. And so, yeah, it just worked out.
Yeah.
Especially since Fort Worth actually ended up being my worst one of the year.
What do you think happened at, was it just the shoe list or something? Or like, why do you think that one didn't go as good as the others?
Individual day, I did something. The thing that everybody talks about on here is don't try and change your system the day of. I tried to do that. I was like, I was like a little over too confident. I was like, I can do that. Like, because I was in like almost the last go.
Uh-oh. Lights went out. You need a flashlight? Oh, we're good.
We're good.
Is all the microphone still on?
This stayed on, yep.
Huh. Don't change your system?
No, we're good.
All right.
We, yeah, I'd been watching all day, and then I watched him go, and with the pony roaster, with it being half out of 3/4, I was like, I can turn the toe and run the wedge up in the same heat. But I hadn't been practicing that way at home. I was just doing a toe bend, and then I'd take another heat and do the wedge.
Yep.
Well, on the day, I was like, do the old John Wayne thing that Craig talks about.
Dude, Craig did
just
talk
knock
about
the
it
heat
too.
out,
Like,
you know, thinking you're badass.
feeling like Superman.
And
John Wayne.
it fucked me. It just wasn't a good move. So it was a learning lesson out of that, and I just kind of.
And did it just fuck your toe bend to where you were fighting that the whole rest of the go?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I didn't have a good toe bend in it. I mean, it wasn't that great of a shoe overall. And then with the bevel, like I never made a bevel that looked like the specimen in my practice. Like that was a hard one for me to make. Like throughout it all, like when it was all said and done, like when it placed like 30th or whatever, I was like, well, there's a reason why I placed 30th, because it doesn't look like the specimen whatsoever. It looked like a big old pumpkin.
Was it mostly the shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a foot in mind for sure with that bevel.
I did think that was super smart. I saw a picture, I think you posted it, of that he had that template.
The piece of paper, yeah.
To lay the shoe on. I thought that was pretty smart.
Yeah, just line the clip up, and then he had like marks for where his nails are, and then where the heels ended, and you could just lay that on there, and then figure out, write it up.
Pretty smart.
Yeah.
Pretty smart when you have to look through that many shoes.
Yeah, it's clever.
Yeah, I thought that was cheap.
Especially after going to WCBs, this is like my 10th year. Never seen somebody do it like that.
Yep.
So it's cool to see something like almost ingenuitive and like in a way of like.
It's just European judging. That's how they judge. Like they judged at the spring games that same way. Yeah.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, judging from a box or out of the box.
Huh.
Yep.
But it's like we have had a bunch of European judges come over before WC, and maybe they just don't bring them with them. You know what I mean? But it's like yeah, I thought that was really cool where they put that when he had that all in there. I thought that was really smart because I do think WCB is its own little bit of its own beast.
Yeah,
you have to judge so many shoes.
Yeah.
Pretty
a lot
quickly.
to get through. A lot to get through. I mean,
you guys would know. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just like that. Even us going into it, we tried to have a game plan of how we were going to judge it, and it was still just like, dude, you're judging like both these have a problem, but which one am I gonna? decide
Right.
is worse than the other one.
As
you
Craig
know?
says, murder or rape.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
From-
yeah, you kind of have to have your list of like, I'm gonna put this one over the top of this one. We're gonna stick with this so that
Yeah.
people can compete with it. Like,
So since you guys have stood on both sides of the fence with like judging the national finals, what was the biggest differences in your guys' minds of like from the competitor perspective, and then judges of like what you saw from a judge of like from the 10th place shoe on or like the winning shoes? What was the similarities
Dude.
and differences?
like I hate to say it, the basics, but it's like that was it. Like it opened my eyes of like, dude, if you make a shoe that's not racked,
Yeah.
that's to size, that the nails fit, it's gonna do good.
Yeah.
Like that is like,
I mean, that's what won it on the bar shoe that I made, was the winning one wasn't racked. And then with the diamond toe, the top 10, basically the nails were in the right spot. With it
yeah,
being,
like we had the one shoe in there, the same as Sideway was probably the most just forging-ish, that were like, it had a lot of different section to it, so they like a
Yeah.
little bit more went into that, but like the other ones, it was just straight up basics.
Yep.
And like that's where it was like, in the middle of judging, I was like, man, I fucked about so much during my competiting time with this bullshit accessories that did not matter.
yeah.
If I would have just put some globs of crap on there and slowed down and punched this baby sweet, it would have been top 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that's kind of like, and it hit me in like even my own work where I was like, man, if I just punch these all straight and square and nice, it's like, it's so easy to put them on. That opened my eyes more than anything, going where I was like, and I haven't competed at a WCB since I judged it, but I was like, man, if I competed at a WCB, it's like, I can tell you what I'm definitely going to focus on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nail
those are
fit.
things that make a difference.
Yep, and I can fully admit I was an idiot all the way through my competing. I've never had great nail fit. Never had it. Until I judged forward, and I was like, I'm going to go tune on my tools
Yep.
a little bit. I can try to make this a little better. Like,
Yeah, it's funny because like I think usually the first place shoe on a table is the one that emulates the specimen the best. Of it's like, does your shoe look like the specimen?
yes.
And
Yes.
so much of it's that too, of like people are shoeing a different foot than what the specimen is. Like the same thing came down for Gavin's
lot.
bevel at Fort Worth this year.
Yep.
It was just wrong shape.
Yeah, it wasn't the specimen. I think one thing that was cool was judging the shoeing. Is like going through and like seeing like what people would do, and it's like, well, that wasn't necessary, or you didn't need to do that, or like sometimes they were overdone, the feet were over trimmed, or like the
Yep.
feet weren't flat.
Yep.
And then the fit, just piddly little things, that kind of like knock points down when really.
And that's, I think, like, that opened my eyes too, especially at WCB, only in the top 4 to get a shoe a horse. Yeah, so like, something I noticed when we were judging the live shoeing, especially WCB, top 40 only gets into the live shoeing, so you have some good people shoeing horses, and like one of the things I noticed was like, it's all the jobs there are pretty good. Like they're all serviceable jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just little stuff.
Yep.
It's just, and it's like that, but that's the way it has to be. That's a contest. You got to split the hairs some way throughout everybody, to make it kind of work out. So it is really, but I noticed the same thing as you. It's just very little overdone things.
Yeah.
And I don't, it's like, I hate throwing one in the bus. I love Paul O'Reilly. But Paul did his horse, and he like got the end of the job. He's like, I don't know why I did that for you guys. I would have never done that in my everyday work. And it's like, well, he just got into his head a little bit, dude. It's like, I've been there too, where you're like, because you get to a point where you're like, well, I don't know what they want, and so you're just lost. You're just doing things.
Yeah.
So
Just do you.
dude, it's like, man, if you guys all shoe horses every day, just chill out, shoe the horse. Like and it's probably gonna go
Yep.
way freaking better. Like that's really why Steven does so good. He's like,
Yeah.
he's just shoeing his horse. So he shoes horses every single day.
He said it on your guys' last podcast.
Yep.
If you make yourself happy, then you can't go home
the way
from the
it's gonna be.
contest and
Yeah.
be too sad about it.
No, so I think that, like, that is one thing I noticed for sure is, like, I'm sure people that don't compete or stuff like that, or, like, newer competing, it's, like, it's easy to eat yourself up. I do think it's great. Like, I think your hunger for winning is amazing. But I do think, like, if you're there just to up your skills, don't get after yourself too much when you don't do great there, because, like, everybody's got to be put into place somehow. And it's little things that are setting everything apart. Like,
yeah, I think a lot of it's about priorities too, with, like, because you're a competitive person and you wouldn't feel good going to a contest and getting like 4th or 5th place. You want to go to win, just like I want to go to win.
Exactly.
And Gavin wants to go to win. So, like, if your priority is to go there and learn and get better, then, like, you could have a good time at the contest. But if
completely,
maybe just go to a clinic.
But I don't think the clinic puts you in that pressured time. You know, like, we've all done clinics, and it's like you never get to put that person in the pressure cooker a little bit.
Yeah.
Where at the competition, you end up putting yourself in the pressure cooker a little bit and have to have a little bit of own up, you know. So it's like, I do think you push yourself a little bit harder.
Craig says it all the time. Competition's polarizing. Some people don't want to be put in the pressure cooker.
Dude, some people do not at all. Talking about polarizing, the heat in here. It's polarizing.
I think it's a perfect temp now.
Do you?
I think it feels good.
You just got to get your sweatshirt back on, Riley.
Yes, I like to when it's warm.
Well, we can say goodbye to our sweatshirts, Gav.
Yeah.
I'll keep her shut down, but we're gonna let it get old one. So, you finished up the year. You got your lowest points drop for the year. Still made the WCB team.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, me, Mason, Mileski, Stan, Mullen, and then Troy.
Did your mindset change at all when you're like, oh man, I realized I made the team now?
Nothing really, like, sunk in and was like an overjoyous feeling or anything. It was just like,
well, it's another start line.
Did you but beforehand, did you think it was gonna be?
I mean, before the season, like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things of, like, you dream about it. It's like, oh man, it's got to feel so awesome to get there.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you were saying about when you met your top 5 goal and it happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, there, I made it. So now it's on to the next thing. And, you know, for me, it feels good to make it that far and place up there for the year end after so many years or whatever. And so that's a great feeling to finally do that. So now that it's like finishing 3rd, it's like, all right, so the next thing is going to have to try to beat him for the season overall, and him and Stan. Yeah. You know, so that's kind of what went through my head after that. I was like, I don't want to go for 3rd again, you know?
Yeah, I'm not trying to just ride this.
Yeah, as soon as you stagnate, then it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of like what went into my mind after it, and then it was starting to think like, oh shit, we got to start thinking about classic practice and getting going with that, because I haven't done 2 and fuller on the foot since we did the P&W team in like 2022, I think.
Well, that's also, I was wondering, like, does your mind change because before it's just you, so like you're practicing hard and doing everything anyways, but it's like it didn't. If you did bad at a contest, it was just you. We're like, now all of a sudden you're like,
yeah, that's
3 other dudes that if I do bad, they do bad.
When I went over to your house last weekend, you asked how I felt about it, and I was like, well, I don't want to let you guys down. You know, in the sense of, like, I know I'm the rookie on the team. It's like, I don't want to be the low man on the pole scoring the least amount of points. But you had told me, like, just basically what Steven had said, like, go out there and have fun and do what you can do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of...
Yeah.
I mean, what we did today was we did the 2 and fuller on the foot, and the first one I made, I was like, not happy with it. Like, it wasn't great at all. And you guys were just like, make another one. I was like, do I really want to make her wait around? And then it's like, fuck it, it's time to do it.
Yeah.
Like you guys said. So, yeah.
Yeah, so today, like, circling back, today we had one of my clients came over. The horse wears heels anyways, so it kind of works out good. Like he's always in some type of caulk and wedge for his job, and so like worked out perfect. You already bring me Coke and stuff, so it's like had you guys come down and do the team thing. It was fun to just like, for me it was like totally stress free. I'm like, I have nothing to practice
just
for.
line the horse up.
These guys are shoeing my horse. Like I don't even have to shoe this horse today. I'm like, I just had to reset the front end.
Yeah,
it's working
out
back on. Perfect. Yeah, like rare. And I knew it would be a decent horse to practice on because he's great to shoe. Like he stands good, but his feet aren't sweet.
Oh man, the right hind was.
And
atrocious.
It's not like if someone took you a tracing drawing of his feet, you'd be like, well, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
Because it has like, he's a little lost foot right now. He doesn't have a ton of foot, but it's like, he generally has decent quarters. You know, like the shape of his quarters are nice and flowy.
Yeah, your foot was shaped pretty nice.
It's not real bad spade. Today he just didn't have very much foot.
This episode is brought to you by Yukon Forge. Lately, John has come up with a new design on his punches. So previously they were wooden-handled punches, and now he's re-innovated his line where they're welded-on steel-headed punches. So he's got E-heads and City heads up on his website now. He's also got every other tool that you could need and use in your everyday practice available on his website, yukonforge.com. He taken over the drive and hammer business from Flatland Forge, and now it's all Yukon Forge, and they have the Edward Martin style hammer as well with the thistle on there. You can check that out. I use it every day in my shoe and practice now, so it's dang sure it works pretty dang good, so I'm happy with it. John's also come up with the propane nut to make ease of tightening on your propane for your forge to the propane bottle and not have to have a wrench on hand. He's got the 2-pound hammers, 1 3/4 rounding hammers, 2 1/2, 2 1/4, anything you could need, he's got it on his website. He's also got replacement handles. If you need to replace a handle in one of your hammers, you can find those on there as well. So when you go to yukonforge.com, use code BRAINS and save yourself a little bit of money and get 10% off your order.
Yeah.
Like it was just not a lot of, but he has this like, we've been talking about all that. He has this very atrophied frog that's ran up, and like that's how I ended up chewing the horse, because like his frog was almost gone because it was eaten away with thrush when I first started chewing him. So his frog is very atrophied, but the foot's not. Like the heels are still strong and wide.
Yep.
So it's just this huge gap in between the point of the heel and the frog. So when you shoe him with a tool and puller, it's like,
just looks short as all
if
get
you take
out.
a picture of it and put it on the internet, people are like, you missed the heel. You missed the heel. I'll be like, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't. I can put it on the ground and I can see boxing all the way around that thing. Like, I definitely didn't miss the heel, but man, that horse always looks like it. And I think that was like, you said you had to remake your shoe. And people might think that's like but it was like, they might even think it's more drastic. It's like, it was maybe a 16th too skinny.
On the inside.
Yeah, the first one was serviceable.
Yep.
I mean,
that's where like we could nail it on.
Yeah.
It'd been fine.
Yeah.
But us all being pretty stringent, we're all like, let's give the horse something better.
do we want to get better, or do we want to say good enough?
Yeah, exactly. It's like and it was funny to like why, because it's like Troy said it to you, Gavin's like, I'm not really sure, and Troy's like, what are we here for? And you're like, okay. I gotta go. Like, that is what we're here for. It isn't just nail a shoe on. It's to like,
the part that was going through my mind was like, oh, the lady's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, and I guess like, not her not being your client. You're trying to be nice.
Yeah,
and me, I'm
and
like,
it's cold out.
A little cold. I'm like, she's reading a book.
Yeah,
it's gonna be all right. You're gonna, especially it's like, it's not like it takes you an hour to make another shoe.
Yeah. The longest part's just rasping them up. It seems like.
You know what it was? You had that shoe made faster than, and it's always like whenever you're doing it without a clock, you're gonna rasp on them a little bit longer.
Yeah.
A little slower. Not gonna be just pumped.
I'm learning like there's things to learn about rasping up tool and fuller shoes, so I'm like trying to get myself in the repetition of, okay, this is what I need to accomplish when I'm rasping.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Trying to learn those things as well. How to make them look sweet.
And it works out good because it's next week we all leave on Wednesday, right?
Winter Clinic.
On Wednesday we all leave for the Winter Clinic to
Yep.
go to the World Championship Blacksmiths. They do a Winter Clinic for the members every single year. It's free if you're a member.
At Wellshot.
And it's at Wellshot in Amarillo, Texas. It is the coolest clinic out there, gathering, because it is like I don't know the numbers exactly, but the numbers are almost the same. Last year is huge.
I think it was over 400 people showed up.
So
it was
many
like shoulder
people.
to shoulder
Yep.
in that room in
The
Wellshot.
year before was like 350.
Cram. And
Yeah.
and they're saying this year is turning out to be a huge turnout. So it's like it's a great turnout. You get a network with so many people, meet so many people, and it's so many doers.
Yeah.
It is the most. I'm not trying to be a dick. You can look out around the group. It's the most active group. You're like, all right, everybody here could run around the block and not have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like you're like, this is good. We're
Yeah.
doing something, and it's all like everybody's doing. It's like you go to certain gatherings, and it's like, well, there's no hands on. There's none of this, dude. There, it's like it is so much hands on, such good demos the whole entire time, like.
And the
It's
beauty
sweet.
of it is like,
And you guys are gonna do another Tool and Fullard go.
yeah,
There.
they do a practice run for the classic, you know, on the clock. So that'll be kind of like our first go with Mason and Stan
As a
Yep.
team.
as a team.
Yep.
So that'll be the first kind of, let's see how everyone fits in.
But it's nice. So, like, in the past, Troy, you've done a front.
Yeah, I was on a right front for 3 years. More than that, 5 years, because I did the PNW team as well.
Yep.
So,
So you've been on a front for quite a while.
yeah.
Gavin, you were on
Left hind.
the
with
other
you.
hind
Yeah.
for a bit. And so, like, it's nice that you guys are able to practice at your house a little bit and then come here and practice a little bit. Because it is, the team still gets kind of split up in subgroups during a go, it seems like.
Fronts and hinds,
Fronts
yeah.
and so it's kind of nice that you guys are able to get a go in before intermingling with the other two. Like, it shouldn't be too much of a screwy
Yeah.
mix-up.
You know, we got 2 national champions on our team,
Yeah.
so like they've been on the team for so many years, so they can guide us.
Dude, what a plus. You know what I mean? Of like, or you guys already have a scheduled choreograph for the go.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to line it out.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mason when I was driving home from your place, and Mason was like, how cool is it that we get to be critiqued by 2 of the best going guys in the world right now? Like, we just send our stuff to them and they just critique it. Like,
It
it's
is
awesome.
Dude.
Well, I'm glad you guys
awesome.
don't think we're just being dicks.
No. I mean, it's, yeah.
No, but it is almost easy, at least you wise. It's easy to take. No offense, Troy, but it's easy to take you for granted sometimes. Like, just you've been around, so it's not like this, like, oh, this clinician, or something like this, like. I'm not trying to be rude again. It's like, I don't put you on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
And,
showing
and that's
me.
a good thing. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not. It isn't, but
I
it's
mean-
like you do have the skill that deserves to be put. Your skill set deserves to be put on a pedestal a little bit, like you have. But it is like something every once in a while I do take it for granted that it's like that easy to have information shot back from you. Very skilled person.
Yeah. I think in a lot of ways, I mean, like, that's why I appreciate our friendship, but it's the same thing as, like, when rich people get treated like, oh, you're a rich person, then it's like they want you just to get away from them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, it is
yeah.
definitely true.
I don't think anybody likes to be treated like they're put it on a pedestal, but
No.
Some might, and they might feed off of it, but, you know.
yeah.
It crashes down though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's always
It's
a
not
moment. And it might
sustainable.
not all the time, but
Yeah.
every once in a while.
It's not sustainable.
Every once in a while that chair falls.
Sooner or
The
later.
leg breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so for the Winter Clinic, you and I were the first demo of the week.
Dude, opening act.
And the whole schedule came out of what everybody's going to do, and then we'd kind of like chatted about what we're going to do, and Craig's like, well, we're printing out the thing.
Yep.
And so they just put TBA, so Why don't you let them know what we're gonna do?
It looks like right now that we're trying to be sneaky and hidden. Like, we'll let you know when we get there. Reality, we just weren't fully decided.
Yeah.
Like, and that's half me of where I rarely know what I'm gonna do every year going to the Winter Clinic. I'm pretty like up in the air. But before, I've always been the last day, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna walk around the Winter Clinic and talk to people.
See what they kind of
maybe see what people want to see. Maybe see what's happening in the crowd. And maybe I could see, like, okay, everybody's kind of doing this. All to go over that. But this year we're opening, and this year I like when me and Craig were talking about it, I was like, well, I want to do it with Gavin. It's like, it's nice to do it with somebody, and I was like, well, I want Gavin to be involved with it, and so it's like, well, you involve somebody else, now you need a plan.
Yeah.
It's like, you need a plan right away, and like right away, Gavin, we had kind of talked about what we were gonna do, and I was like, well, maybe we do tools, and Gavin's like, well, I'm not too tuned up on tools. Let's do a horse, and I instantly think, I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not very tuned up on horses, dude. It's like, this is like, we need to find some type of like happy medium, but we found a great one. We're gonna do tools because there's already gonna be, and it's not about us.
Yeah.
It's about everybody else and what we can show, what we can give back to the community.
A well-rounded clinic too.
And it's like we try. All clinicians do a really good job, I think, at the Winter Clinic doing that. Of like, you're not just gonna go to the same clinic 10 times.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna try to wrap it all together underneath this tent and this umbrella of shoeing horses, and there's already going to be a decent amount of horseshoeing that's going to be happening there. So we kind of wrote out, we're like, well, we're not going to shoe a horse in because we don't want to show that too many times. And so we decided on tools.
Yep.
I'm going to do a pair of tongs.
Yep.
And Gavin's going to make a fuller. And so we thought those are two good tools that people are always wanting to see. And we kind of like, you want to show people your specialty in a way. And I think it's me and Gavin's specialty is a little bit of social media marketing, content,
getting the information out.
I hate saying content, like, but it is what it is. It's like
just the words they use.
It's the words to use, and it's like I feel like a Mormon of a horseshoer sometimes. Where I'm like, we're spreading the word. We're spreading the word, and the more people we can teach how to spread the word, is better. So if we can teach people how to shoot good videos and spread the good word of shoeing horses out to the public, and it's like the more the public that knows what hard work goes into shoeing horses and everything and forging, it's better for everybody. And so we're gonna do the clinic on how to film it, how we'd film making the tools throughout it, and Gavin's gonna, and we're gonna go through, most of Gavin's gonna go through how to edit it. Yeah,
edit up a quick reel.
Yep.
I mean, so when I go
in front of everybody
to like a contest, the question I get most frequently is like, I know how to kind of like film it, but I don't know how to edit it.
Yep.
And how to put it together, and how do I post it? And like they get a question is like, what kind of laptop do I need? And it's like, you have a laptop in your pocket right now that you can edit just off of Instagram and do it. So we'll just plug my phone into or the TV up there.
Yep.
And then basically while Riley's like rasping up a set of tongs or whatever, I can start the process of compiling the video together and get it ready to post. And you know.
So we're gonna just make a project, show you guys how we break that project down into a shot list for filming, and how Gavin would process through editing that and
I think
posting it.
It kind of goes
take
like
a little bit of mystery away from
before you go start to make a shoe. You kind of have to game plan, like, I got to bump the toe, turn the toe, put a heel on. It's kind of the same thing, like filming it together.
You got to know it. And it's funny, I've heard you say before too, of like that you learn more of your shoemaking through filming it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely like, man, a lot of guys, they go into their shoemaking, they have no idea what their process is going to be going into it. Where if you film it, you're going to have to know what your process is going to be a little bit, so you know where to be. And also when you go through edit, you're going to re-watch yourself all those times and be like, okay, that's where I'm doing this.
Yeah.
That's where I'm kind of screwing up. So that's what we're going to do our demo on, and that'll kind of open up the Winter Clinic. Hopefully it'll be good. And then you guys are doing, you and Stan are doing a demo, I think day 2.
Something like that. Yeah, I should probably be more organized than I am. But we're doing a demo down there.
At least yours has a name on the flyer.
A description,
Yeah.
an itinerary.
It's not a TBA or...
Yeah, but Stan and I are going to shoe a horse and make some shoes for it. And we're probably going to each trim a foot and then make a shoe for each other's trims.
Dude, that'd be
then
cool. That'll be super cool.
That'd be tricky, but it'd be good.
Shouldn't be. A good trim's a good trim.
That's true.
So.
Yep.
And it's basically almost an eagle eye in a way,
Yeah.
kind of look at it, but you guys have worked together long enough that you kind of know what's going to be. Are you going to trim a hind, and then he's going to trim a front?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Yep, something like that. But whatever goes down, we'll try to do our best to explain it to everybody. But so it'll be good.
Go over forging, go over the amble. Like, I love your demos that you do talking about forging and everything like that. I think it translates really well. No, I think people will be very pleased with that one.
And the Winter Clinic's always so fun. I mean,
good food there. Always good food at the food trucks.
Oh, also, John McNerney has kind of started this little deal of calling out different people.
Dude,
where, so it's all to benefit the
Two of them are sitting at the table.
It's all to benefit, like, for the WCB, you know, like, it's for the auction, like, he's not trying to beat his chest, like, I'm calling you out to see how it goes, like, in reality, like, it's just to try to get more people to donate some auction.
It's fun hype.
Yeah.
Built around it. Yep.
Yeah. So, Troy, he called you out. What did you end up making?
I just made some titanium tongs. So
Titanium.
That's all just.
Yeah.
Just
so
if no one knows about titanium, it's like it wants to like cold shut on you all the time, tear apart. It only moves when it's blistering hot. Like, and it'll still be like orange, and your hammer's just bouncing back like you're beating on the cold anvil.
Shock's going straight to your elbow.
And then it has this really sweet part too that it wants to give you cancer when you grind on it.
Yep, titanium oxide.
So Troy got cancer just to you guys get these tongs.
I made one pair without a mask, and my dad walked through the shop and he was like, "Hey, dummy, put a mask on."
And then you told me, you were like, yeah, he's like, because I made a spoon, and you're like, yeah, do you wear a mask? I'm like, no, I don't have no mask. You're like, you know this stuff's horrible, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know. I made 3 of these.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Puts off like a yellow dust, like a slag that floats up in the air. It's weird.
Like galvanized almost.
Yep.
Don't they weigh a pound?
Yep.
And you have to wear sunglasses the whole entire time you're grinding it because it's so bright, dude.
Really?
It's like
shoots big old sparks.
They're like
white sparks.
Wow.
Remind me when we're done here, and I'll show you how bright it is.
Grind one up.
It isn't. I got like a piece of bar stock of it, and it's like.
I didn't wear sunglasses, just safety squints. So.
It got me right. I was like, "Whoa, this is too much." Yeah.
Yeah, I felt those tongs, and like my tongs they're actually smaller. There's a pair made by you. They're smaller than the ones the titanium ones, and they look like they'd be like heavy, but they're friggin' almost a pound lighter.
It feels like a joke when
it's
you
crazy.
Yeah.
Like a toy.
They're super sweet. So someone is going to be super lucky to win those ones in the auction.
Then Riley made some badass one-piece spurs.
I made some spurs. I already, before John challenged us, I'd already been seeing Craig and them posting about the building.
Yeah,
and I was like,
center.
I was like, man, I want to make. I knew the auction was coming up at the Winter Clinic. I was like, I need to make something for the Winter Clinic auction to like. You want to have some blood in the game, you know, a little sweat in the game. So you're like, well, I need to get some of my money in there. Feel like I helped a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's like, the WCB is never an organization I worry about donating. I've donated to them many times because I know it goes to good things. I don't even care where it goes within the organization. I know it goes to good things. So it's like they're putting their life, you know, and all their things on the line and building this building. So I was like, well, I already felt like I needed to make something for the auction. And then John challenged us. And he challenged Poor the day before he challenged me. And I was like, damn, Poor's going to make a bit.
Oh, yeah,
That's instantly what I wanted to make, too. I was like, I want to make a bit. Poor's going to make a bit. I know he's going to make a bit. So I like started thinking around it, and the Winter Clinic has been special to me because it's crazy now that it's 5 years ago I got to meet Billy Clapper at the Winter Clinic. And that was like...
We had him on the podcast.
Yep. That changed where like this next year of my life almost is most of the year I'll be spending in my shop making bits of spurs.
Yeah.
And that would have never happened without meeting Billy. Mm-hmm. And so I felt like, and I would have never met Billy if there wasn't the Winter Clinic.
Right.
It would have never came all together. And so I felt pretty like compelled. I was like, well, I need to make a pair of spurs. I'll make a pair of one-piece spurs, send them to the Amarillo, and that should be a
good tie-in.
Good little tie-in.
Yeah,
so
bring it back.
That's what I made for the competition, for the auction competition.
I bet you, Jim.
Yeah. We're all competing for second at this point. Four whipped out the Big Daddy stuff and made like half a tax set almost.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my.
He made a bit, buckles for the bridle. He made a breast collar centerpiece and buckles for it, and it all has silver mounted on it.
Wow.
And some girls Logan's wife is making leather for it.
Oh shoot! Oh, for
and I'm like, I'm competitive enough that I'm like, I gotta find a leather maker now. All of a sudden, to make straps for these spurs. Man, I already lost.
Yeah.
It's Jim. He already got us all beat.
He challenged Stan as well. Do you know what Stan made?
I think he said he was going to put like either like a chain type foot in there just to like show how shape and distortion works, or like a hoof knife or something. Cool. Yeah, he said he hadn't decided, but he said that was his idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, I think it'll be great. And the auction's always good either way because we got Chad Chance being the auctioneer.
Yeah, Chad's the man.
Who else did John call out besides Stan, Jim, you?
Oh, man. You would ask.
Yeah.
Either way, you can go to Yukon Forge and
he's got them all on there.
Got them all on there. So there's a little
it's
friendly competition.
Yeah, it's friendly competition.
Yep, all good to go to the WCB.
And then John, he's come up with this cool picture. It was actually from Fort Worth during the match play. He called it community. So
you know the picture when I see it reminds me of like Last Supper. You know what I mean? Like it's like big and like a panorama, but it's got so much going on.
Yeah.
And each little part of it, it just kind of reminds me of that for some reason. But it is a cool picture of like a match play at the side of the trailer.
Yeah.
And there is just like so much little conversation happening throughout, and two people about to compete. Like,
and then
super cool.
He said he's making up a cool like stand for it, like a tripod kind of stand, I believe he said.
That'd be sweet.
Sweet.
That'd be good. Yeah. Hopefully we get to see everybody at the Winter Clinic.
Yeah.
It'd be good. Hopefully me and Gavin's demo goes alright. Just know everybody that's doing a demo is more nervous than you competing.
Yeah.
I guess I can't say that for everybody. When I go to do a demo, I'm like, it's a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a go. You just don't want to suck.
I have the same fears doing clinics and stuff. I've got like a little presentation that I do, and like I'm nervous before that presentation. But then as soon as I get behind the anvil, I'm like, all right, that's where I'm supposed to be.
That's all that's comfortable.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Everybody's gonna be trying hard, and it'll be just a good time. Everybody hanging out for the wrap up the year. So,
2026.
2026. Thanks everybody for another year of listening to the podcast with us.
Yeah, we're like 3.5, almost 4 years now.
Pretty much a child at this point. We're almost ready to be potty trained. Or I guess we're fully potty trained at this point.
I'm almost potty trained.
Right on. Thanks everybody. See you on the next one.